party mode as they have a bit of a shocker as they lose to Mainz, but they still go away and party like it's 1999 over in Ibiza to the fans' disgust. We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Babs getting a prediction video today with a 4-2 match day number 33 over in the Erste Bundesliga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang today. All things Bundesliga related, Papa Rose related, world football related. All here, boys. Under one Ruski, yes. Not good stuff for Bayern. Despite winning the title, of course, they were in party mode. Partying down in Ibiza shortly after the 3-1 loss to Mainz, of course. The fans not very appreciative of that, of course. And what about Dortmund? Another shock horror result for them, losing a 7-goal thriller to Bochum. Wow, indeed. We'll take a look at all of it in a minute, of course. Big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guy. Thank you very much, of course, by the You know who you are. But anyway, let's get into it, of course, recap the results, of course, last time around, of course, and bring you back up to date with wherever we are in the, of course, the Bundesliga with 2 matches. Is it 2 matches left? Let me just clarify that. I believe it is 2 games left in the Bundesliga, which means 6 points on the offering. And I'm right. I am bloody right. Of course I bloody am. So here we go. There, these were the results. Of course, Bayern with that 3-1 loss against Mainz there. A shockeroo there with a 2-1 win, despite, of course, Bayern already being champions the week before. Gladbach with a big 3-1 over Leipzig. Monstrous result for them, moving up the chains, of course, to 10th in the table. Actually could make themselves a push for top half if they can get a couple of results going themselves this way. Meanwhile, Stuttgart did draw with Wolfsburg. Called that one, didn't I? Leverkusen with a 2-2 over Frankfurt. Called that one as well. Look at that. Look at me. Perfect. Meanwhile, Hoffenheim with a 3-4 loss to Freiburg. Big win for them, up to 4th in the table. They could actually make Champions League. Meanwhile, Bielefeld with a 1-1 draw against Hertha Berlin. Augsburg with a 4-1 loss against Köln there, who remain in 6th spot. Meanwhile, Dortmund with a 4-3 loss against Bochum, of course. Goodness gracious me. They might not be caught. They should not be caught. 5 points clear of Leverkusen as they end the season there. Meanwhile, Union Berlin did draw with Greuther Fürth as well. Let's take a look at the table then, shall we? Let me have a look. Of course, we know about Bayern. Of course, Dortmund look like this. They're settled on there with 2nd spot. And it looks like Leverkusen are secure-ish in 3rd spot, with Freiburg breathing down the necks as well. Greuther Fürth are pretty much, I think they're down. They are down. Arminia Bielefeld got a bit of work to do. They look like they're going to go down as well. With Stuttgart look like they're going to be settled for that playoff spot for the time being. My boys, Mönchengladbach in 10th, of course. Where are you? They could mathematically get another 6 points. They could actually finish up as 8th, depending on what goes on this weekend, of course. Let's take a look at, of course, how you guys got on. Then, shall we? Wow, indeed. Bianca Moller, Karl Mocking, and a 37 with 4 points there out of 9. So not the biggest scoring week for those guys. I don't even know what did I get? What did I get? Let me go back and have a look how many I got. I got 1, 2, bang on. So let's ignore what I did. Well, ignore what I got. Let's take a look at, of course, the mini leaderboard. Now, this is, of course, from January onwards, and it is Hans Wurst right now. 66 points on the board for him. So well done to you. I've got a couple of keyboards here, but I've got bloody all going on here. So Hans Wurst kicking ass from January. If we started in January, he would be the guy leading the charge. But of course, we've entered in the month of May, and so now we need to reveal who won the predictor of the month for Bundesliga for the month of April. Now, you can win multiple months, and there can be multiple winners, of course. And of course, if you are a winner, whether it is in August or May or anywhere in between, you'll be in the Wall of Fame, and you have a chance to win something at the end of the season, of course. But who won or who did? Who are the winners or winner of prediction of the month for the month of April in the Bundesliga? It is Turius, Frosty, and of course Shepard kicking ass, taking names. Well done to you guys. You go in to the illustrious Wall of Fame right there. As you can see, Shepard's been in there a couple of times already. Frost's been there a couple of times, so they are strengthening their chances to be in the mixer next time around, of course. So let's keep going though. Of course, who actually is winning the Bundesliga at the moment from the get-go? This is from match number 1 all the way through to the present day, and it is a very, very insanely tight division. I think top 5 realistically are in it, with 2 games left, 18 points on the offering, but it is Shepard by a point right now, leading it. And of course, we'll have to see who will be the winner at the end of the campaign. So here you go then, kicking off all with the next round of matches. Cut your forecast Bundesliga is free. Get your name in lights, of course, and see who will come out on top next time around. Then shall we kick it all off with Greuther Fürth up against Dortmund, of course. You must think you might know this one already. Coming at you on Saturday, May the 7th. Of course, played to the 5 times 2012. 5 wins to Dortmund, nothing for Greuther Fürth, and 0 draws. Greuther Fürth, though, just 1 win in 5. 42% form for them. Up against Dortmund, I've lost 3 in the bouts. 33% form for them. It hit the skids at the wrong time. Last time around in Greuther Fürth was a 2-1 win for it's a 6-1 win for Dortmund back in April 2013. That was in the league. They also played in Dortmund. 3-0 win it was for Dortmund in Dortmund back in December 2012. Dortmund with a 4-3 loss against Bochum, of course. Meanwhile, Greuther Fürth with a draw against Union Berlin last time around. The odds for this one, though, Greuther Fürth 81 for the victory, 10-3 on is your Dortmund, and 92 is your draw. Back in, of course, away side here, 3-0 win for them on the road to 3 points and move their chains. Köln up against Wolfsburg coming at you on Saturday, May the 7th as well. Now these two sides played each other 32 times in 1997. 8 wins for Köln, 14 wins for Wolfsburg, and 10 draws. Köln though winning 4 in the match, 75% form for them. Up against the Wolfsburg side, just 1 defeat past 4 for them, 42% form over the last 6 games. Of course, last time over in Köln, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Wolfsburg back in, of course, December 3-2 winner was a Köln way back when. Köln though with a 4-1 win over Augsburg last time around. Wolfsburg with a draw against a relegating threat to Stuttgart last time around. The odds for this one, 5-3 on as you Köln have had a good season, fantastic season, 6-5, 16-5 is your 4-1 as your long shots. That's Wolfsburg for this. Going to go with a 1-0 win in the end for FC Köln on this one. Hoffenheim coming at you up against Bayern Leverkusen as well. Locking horns as well on Saturday, May the 7th at the Pre-Zero Arena. Played 28 times in 2003, 7 wins for Hoffenheim, 15 wins for Leverkusen, and 6 draws. Of course, Hoffenheim though, without a win in the last 7 games, 17% form. Up against the Leverkusen side, of course, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them as well. This is a massive game. Of course, Hoffenheim need to win it. Otherwise, the guys below them, Freiburg, could leapfrog them. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Yeah, I am. I think am I talking about that? Let me have a quick look at the table here. No, I'm not. What am I talking about? I just got a little bit ahead of myself there. What am I talking about? Forget about it. Forget what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's Hoffenheim, of course, without a win in 7. And Leverkusen just 1 defeat past 6. 75% for them as well. Of course, last time around over in Hoffenheim was a 0-0 draw back in April 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 2-2 draw back in Leverkusen in a match number 16. It was back in December as well. Leverkusen unbeaten against Hoffenheim over the last 3, beating a win and a couple of draws. Of course, Freiburg did beat Hoffenheim 4-3 last time around. Of course, Leverkusen with the 2-0 win over Frankie last time around. The odds for this one, though, what have we got going on here? Hoffenheim 11-5 for the victory. Even Stevens is your bet by Leverkusen, and 3-1 is your bloody draw. Going to go with, of course, a 1-1 draw here. Now this does have a bit of an implication for these guys. Freiburg, of course, they can actually sneak in between these guys and maybe steal a Champions League spot from Leverkusen as in the process. Kicking off, although it is Freiburg up against Union Berlin at Freiburg coming at you on May the 7th. Of course, now these two sides played 12 times in 2002. 4 wins for Freiburg, 5 wins for Union Berlin, and 3 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat at the past 6 games for Freiburg right now. 75% for up against the Union Berlin side. Also 1 defeat at the past 6 games, 75% form heading into this match as well. Last round, of course, in Freiburg, it was a 1-0 win for Union Berlin back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, in Berlin was a 0-0 draw back in December as well. Union Berlin unbeaten against Freiburg over the last 3, picking up a couple of draws and a win. Meanwhile, Union Berlin with a draw against Greuther Fürth last round, with Freiburg with a 4-3 win over Hoffenheim in a zinger last round. The odds for this one, though, shall we? Freiburg 11-10 on for the victory, 3-1 is your away win. That's Union Berlin, and 13-5 is your draw. Back in, of course, a 2-0 for Freiburg on this one to keep the heat in the race to top 4. Next, of course, we have Frankie up against Gladbach, of course. Let's get in the deep end on this one. Frankfurt, of course, with a Europa League semi-final. Of course, they could actually get Champions League if they were to win that trophy. Of course, big risk, so they might have to prioritise that instead of this. Played the 44 times in 1992. Of course, 14 wins for Frankie, 21 wins for Gladbach, and 9 draws. Of course, just one win last 4 for Frankie right now. 42% form up against Gladbach side. Slowly clicking in the gear. 67% form for them. Just 1 defeat past 6 heading into this match. Last time in Frankie, it was a 3-3 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, in Gladbach back in December was a 3-2 win for Frankie back in December as well. Gladbach with a 3-1 win over Leipzig, and Leverkusen with a 2-0 win over Frankie last time around as well. Of course, the odds for this one, though, we got Frankfurt coming out to 23-20 for the victory, 11-4 is your draw, 2-1 is your Mönchengladbach on this one. I think I'm going with Gladbach here. 2-0 win for them. Again, Frankie kept his sidetracked, being a little bit distracted perhaps on this one. Next, of course, we have Bayern, maybe still in Ibiza as of recording, up against the Stuttgart side, of course, locking horns at the Allianz Arena on the 8th of May. Played each other 62 times in 1992, 44 wins for Bayern, 10 wins for Stuttgart, and 8 draws, of course. Just 1 defeat of the past 5 for Bayern right now, 58% form over the last 6. Up against the Stuttgart side, just 1 minute 6 for them, 42% form heading into this match as well. Last round over in Bayern was a 4-0 win for Bayern over Stuttgart back in March 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, in Stuttgart was a 5-0 win for Bayern back in December. So Bayern are actually unbeaten against Stuttgart over the last 5 occasions and scoring what we're looking at 3, 7, 10, 10, 14, 19 goals over the last 5. Wow, indeed. Of course, Bayern with a 3-1 loss against Mainz, though, of course, and last round, and Stuttgart with a draw against Wolfsburg. The odds for this one, though, in Bayern, 4-1 on is, of course, your host, 11-2 is draw, and 8-1 is your long shots. Stuttgart are in trouble. 3-1 win for Bayern, even if they are in party mode. In the end, Hertha Berlin up against Mainz, of course, coming at you over at Berlin, of course, as well on Saturday, May the 7th. Now, these two sides have played each other 35 times in 93, 12 wins for Hertha Berlin, 9 wins for Mainz, and 14 draws, of course. Hertha Berlin, though, unbeaten the last 3, 58% form for them. Up against Mainz, just 1 win and 6 for them, 33% form heading into this match as well. Last round in Berlin was a 0-0 draw back in December 2020. The reverse fixture, of course, a 4-0 win for Mainz back in December 2021. Berlin, of course, pick up a draw against Bielefeld last round. Mainz with a 3-1 win over Bayern last round. The odds for this one, though, coming at you, we got Hertha Berlin 6-4 for the victory, 70-10 is your Mainz, and of course 12-5 is your draw. 2-2 in the end here, point split right in the middle. I think Mainz will be happier at the 2. Of course, Hertha looking over the shoulder still to this day. Leipzig, they'll be taking on, of course, Augsburg coming at you on Sunday, May the 8th. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 15 times to 11. 8 wins to Leipzig, 3 for Augsburg, and 4 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 3 for Leipzig right now. 67% form for them. Up against the Augsburg side of 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. 50% form for them heading into this match as well. Looking on forward to this one, of course, last round in Leipzig was a 2-1 win for Leipzig back in February 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, a 1-1 draw in Augsburg back in December as well. Leipzig unbeaten against Augsburg over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and a draw, including matches both home and away and in, of course, various competitions as well. Leipzig with a 3-1 loss against Gladbach last round, of course, Köln with a 4-1 win over Augsburg, of course. The odds for this one, though, Leipzig 4-1 on for the victory, 92 is draw, 11-1 is your away win. That is, of course, Augsburg. Going to go with the 3-1 win for Leipzig here, of course, to make the top 4 table push right here, right now. Bochum up against Bielefeld. We'll wrap up the sweep here, of course, over in Bochum. That's right. Did I say Bochum? I meant Bochum indeed. That's right. Coming out on May the 6th. Be with you now. These two sides have played each other 34 times since 1995. 30 wins for Bochum, 11 wins for Bielefeld, and 10 draws, of course. Just 1 win and 4 though for Bochum right now. 58% form up against the Bielefeld side, who, of course, win this in the last 9 games. 17% form for them heading into this match. Last round in Bochum, in competitive action, was a 2-0 win for 3-3 draw for Bochum back in August 2019. The reverse fixture, of course, in Bielefeld was a 2-0 win for Bielefeld way back in December 2021. In fact, Bielefeld unbeaten against Bochum over the last 4 competitive action. Of course, pick up 3 wins and a draw to boot. In fact, the away side hasn't won this game, though, in competitive action since Bielefeld beat Bochum in Bochum back in January 2018 in the SpVgg Bundesliga. Meanwhile, of course, Bochum with a 4-3 win over Dortmund. Of course, Bielefeld with a draw against Hertha Berlin. Of course, the odds for this one then shower Bochum actually 23-20 for the victory, 11-5 is your away win, and 5-2 is your draw here. Going to go with a win for Bochum here. 1-0 win for them. Bielefeld are going down. That's right. That's it, my boys. That is it. Be sure to get your picks as well. California Bundesliga. Get your name in lights, free to enter. Of course, you could actually be the winner of the prediction of the month of May with only a couple of games left. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check your links down below, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, also Patreon. But until then, boys, we're done right now.